All right, in the Chelsea news, we need to talk about one player that will be coming to Chelsea, and that's Tosin. And I'm not going to try to pronounce his last name, but we do need to talk about how important this signing is for Chelsea. Now, if you have not seen this player, I highly recommend you go back and watch some of his highlights playing for Fulham this past season because he's definitely going to be an upgrade for this club. Now, the one big takeaway is the injuries. Hopefully we can avoid any injuries with this player. He has picked up a few through the years. That being said, if we can keep him fully fit, he will be a player that will, again, improve our defense. I'm not sure exactly if he will be in the starting lineup or will be fighting for a position because, like I said, our defense right now, we have a few key players that really could be playing for us in the starting 11 if they are fully fit. Obviously, Wesley Fofana is one of those players. We do not know what to expect from him from his injury that he's picked up last year, but if he's fully fit, he is a guy that probably should be starting in our back line each and every match. Trevor Chalobah is another guy that could be starting for us, but we do not know because now with Tosin coming in, there's a possibility of we leaving or selling Chalobah because Tosin came on a free market. Selling Chalobah for, say, 30 gives us a plus 30 on the FFP. Now, again, there's still wages that are going to be structured into that, which we do not know the factors, but there is a good possibility that he could be sold, which I hope is not the case. I want to know, what do you guys think? Do you think we should still sell Chalobah or keep him as another CB? But that all being said, what Tosin brings to the table for Chelsea are massive things. The first one that I think is very important for us is his key passing on breaking lines through the middle. Now, this guy can play a ball over the top, on the ground, out to the sides. He is very good with his feet, which was what we've been needing and lacking last season. Now, we could say Thiago Silva could play those, but this guy is able to see a lot more of the pitch, and I think Thiago Silva could still do it, but this guy has a capability of finding pretty much any player, whether it's our wingers, our number 9, our creative midfielders. He can find pretty much anywhere, anyone, anywhere on the pitch, which that's going to be very difficult for teams to defend because now we have multiple players that can play these perfect balls for us. We have so many different options. Obviously, with Enzo Maresca, this is one of the key factors we're going to want with our players is to have this possession-based ball playing, but on top of that, having the ability to play balls into threatening positions where, again, teams are just really not sure how to defend because if we are able to drop the ball into between those lines with a great pass from, say, Tosin or another player, that, again, really is going to cause chaos with those defenders because one is going to have to come up, creating these channels, which then with our wingers, they can then run onto or into the box, which we know we've seen our players do time and time again. And hopefully this season will be a little bit different than last season where we actually finish those opportunities. But that all being said, Tosin not only can play the ball perfectly, he is phenomenal with defending as well, which is what you expect from a CB. But with his height, he is one of the best, I think, CBs out there. Maybe I'm being a little bit biased because he's coming to Chelsea now, but watching what he did last season, he is a great player, very, very fast. So again, he has the pace. I believe in 2 seasons ago, he was the fastest player in the Premier League, which as a CB is quite dangerous to have because he can recover a lot of that space in case we do lose the ball, get hit on the counterattack. He can cover that. He can make a great tackle. He can block shots. Again, any crosses coming in, he's going to win those aerial duels. This man can do a lot of things. And on top of that, he has the capability of actually registering a few shots throughout the match. I think he averages 1 shot per game for a CB, which is quite good, which means he's going to be very threatening in the air on corner kicks or set pieces, which we were lacking last season. I know that was one of the things that Pochettino did talk about, how we didn't have really a big height-wise in those attacking thirds when it came to set pieces. Having Tosin, though, at our club, again, gives us the opportunity to have a player like that. Overall, this is a great signing, not just because of price-wise, but what he brings to the table. I think he could be a very, very good upgrade for our defense. I think he'll keep us more stable in the back and not, again, having all these leaky goals leak in. That all depends on what we do with our defense, who we set up. But if we are going to start with him, I think he has the capability of being one of our starting 11 with whether that's Wesley Fofana, Trevor Chalobah, or any of the other players. I think he has the capability of being that guy for this club. And I think people are going to think this is not that great of a signing, but as the season progresses, you're going to realize how good of a player this is, why this was such a smart move, and why we are really getting him by with getting a free transfer from Fulham with this player who, again, has a massive peak for playing for Chelsea, and he will show it this season. So I do want to know, what do you guys think with this signing? You think this is a good signing for Chelsea? Do you think we're making a mistake? Do you think we already have enough CBs? Or do you think we're going to have to sell a few players now to make room for Tosin coming in? Do want to know what you guys think, so comment down below. I'll get to those comments as quickly as I possibly can. That is all I have for you today in this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe down below. I greatly appreciate that, and I will see you in our next video.